Hey everybody, this is Shadow Veil, and I wanted to show you something that I picked up recently in the mail that I thought was pretty neat and you guys might appreciate. So this is a box from a company called Limited Run Games, and they make physical copies of games that usually only have digital releases. Mostly things that you could probably download on Steam or, the PSN store, Xbox Live, things like that. But for a lot of old school gamers like me and some other people that really enjoy, physical versions of things that have like artwork or, CDs or posters, cool things like that, they put out games. So you can go on their website. I'll link it in the description. The only thing about them is that the games that they sell are limited, which is in their name. You have to either pre-order them or go away, Grim. Or, you get in and buy it before they're all sold out. They don't make a whole lot of copies of these things. So this particular game, they probably won't be selling again. But just in the future, if you're interested in maybe anything, you can sign up. They send emails, whatever. But I just think they're a cool company. So I wanted to show this off. So this is the box they send it in. It's like a cool little cardboard box, and it just flips open. And inside is the game. So in this case, I already opened the plastic to take a look at it and make sure everything was cool, and it is. So normally you'd get like the normal plastic, sleeve that goes around the outside, but in this case, it's already open. And there you go. This is a copy of Layers of Fear Legacy, which I thought was kind of bizarre because it's on the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch or Nintendo in general isn't really well known for doing mature games or, bloody games or gory games, things like that. So I decided to pick it up. I'm a fan of horror games. You've seen my past, unboxing of Friday the 13th. That game was pretty gory. But anyway, this is the copy of Layers of Fear on the Switch. There's the front. There's the side with the writing and the Nintendo Switch logo. The bottom is like a bizarre black and red thing. Kind of reminds me of like an old NES box, to be honest. The material is like that same box, like, kind of light cardboard. The same kind of thing that like the Mega Man 11, like amiibo box version came in. It's like it's not super sturdy, but it's like that typical kind of Nintendo cardboard. Same thing on this side. The game is by a company called Bloober, I believe. So there's their logo. And then on the back, this shows you everything that comes in the collector's edition here. So you have a poster, you have the game in the box, you have an alternate cover, like an alternative cover. A lot of games are coming with that now, where you can actually flip the cover inside out and put it back in the box, and it looks different. It's kind of cool. And it also comes with the official game soundtrack, which looks like a vinyl record. That's kind of cool. And here's the most interesting part to me. Look at that big old M for mature. Blood and gore, partial nudity. I was a little surprised about that. Strong language, violent references. There you go, Nintendo. Get yourself into the adult market. But yep, if you want to pause and take a look at that, you're more than welcome to read it. But that is the box. So let's take a look at what's inside the box, because that's the most important part, right? So inside, we first have the CD. And the soundtrack, kind of a cool cover. It's like a lady with a bunch of looks like on some kind of music sheet or something, like a staff sheet. Layers of Fear. On the back, if you want to pause it and take a look at the soundtrack titles there, looks like there are 16 tracks. And you got like the old record player there. Cool, that's kind of neat. I enjoy a good soundtrack here and there, so that might be an interesting thing to pop in the CD player in the car, which is the only place I still own a CD player. Next up is the poster, and this one might be difficult for me to show here on video because It is actually pretty big. It's a pretty big full-size poster, and it's actually a really nice poster. So I'm sorry, I'm really sorry for the glare. It's gonna be difficult for me to actually show this whole thing, so I'll kind of just slide it in and out of view. So the top there, you have the logo, Layers of Fear Legacy. And then as you get further and further down the poster, there's these really cool looking like oil painted monster floating blob things, which are kind of cool. It reminds me of like those old like book series that we used to get when we were kids. That was like all the old ghost stories, and had those freaking bizarre drawings in them, like those black and white, just really purely bizarre. It reminds me of that kind of, that like drippy sort of look. But anyway, there's the poster. Awesome, I like that. Much better than the Friday the 13th one. Sheesh. That thing was tiny. This is actually like a legit poster here. So let's put that to the side. And then we have the game. The main attraction. So there's Layers of Fear Legacy. Pretty awesome box cover, I like that. Smears of oil paint or blood, whatever the hell that is. M for mature. Take that, Conquer. And the back cover, it's kind of the same thing as the back box, sort of. There's like the blurb about the game. If you guys want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. Again, it's got that M for mature with all the bad stuff that's in the game. And let's pop it open. You guys can take a look. As you can tell, I took the game out already because I popped it in the Switch and it's loading up now. But there's the alternative cover. Let's pull that out so you guys can check that out. So that is the alternative cover. That is freaking creepy looking. It's actually the same as the poster. If you can get the glare off there. This side is a smaller version of the actual big poster, which is really neat. I like that a lot. There's some creepy ass like colonial looking lady with her face all torn up. Yikes. So if you really wanted to, you could pop that back in the case like so. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this off screen. It's a little easier to do. And voila. You have yourself the alternative case cover. With the spine there. Layers of Fear Legacy. With not a single Nintendo logo to be found. That's funny. On this side, you got Nintendo logos all over it, and on the other side, you got nothing except Bloober. And just for the sheer sake of it being a Switch game and kind of fitting in with the rest of my collection, I'm just going to keep it on its normal side with the Switch and red spine there. But anyway, alright, so there's the game. We got the box it came in. We got the CD. And the poster. And that's everything, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you like this, think about subscribing. I usually buy sort of weird, not normal physical games of things that people don't normally get. So if you guys are into that kind of thing, I'll probably do some interesting unboxing things in the future. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Stumbling all around, stumbling all around, stumbling all around, so funny. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and never seem glad. I stepped right on her toes, and when she